Hey guys, welcome back. In today's lecture, I will discuss a problem, or you can call it a kind of feature in a web application. Okay, like how we can fetch user birthdays in a Rails application using the Postgres Extract function. Okay, and now let's discuss the case. One of my viewer asked that if we are working on an application that manages users, let's say Facebook, LinkedIn, or any other app where user management is required, and if there we need to filter birthdays like today's birthday, tomorrow's birthday, birthdays coming this week, and birthdays coming this month, then how we can achieve that? Okay, and this was a really nice question, and I really worked on such feature when I was working on an HR application. Okay, the application is about storing employees details, their handling their leaves, and managing their payrolls. Okay, and on the dashboard I was asked to display the list of employees names having birthdays this month. Okay, so I would like to share the same thing with you in this lecture. Now in this lecture I will show you how to find the users. For this lecture I'm considering the employee resource, okay, who has birthdays today, tomorrow, this week, and this month. Okay, however, if you have the user resource in your Rails application, then you can apply the same thing for user model or user resource as well. Okay, so let's jump into the application first. Okay, so first of all, let me show you the demo application where we will implement this feature. So here you can see that this is my application, and in the models I have a model that is employee.rb. Okay, and now in this employee model we will implement the methods to find the birthdays, to find the employees from the database who has birthdays today, tomorrow, this week, and next week. Okay, so first, sorry, the this month. Okay, so first we will try to fetch the employees for this month who has the birthdays this month. Okay, so first of all let me show you the schema.rb. So here you can see that schema.rb is for my application. Okay, and this is the employee table, and you can see that these are the attributes of employee, but we just need only one attribute here. Okay, for this application, that is date of birth. Okay, you can just consider this attribute. Okay, however, this might be possible that sometime you have birth date or dob and birthday as the attribute name. Okay, and in my case the attribute name is date of birth. Okay, so whatever the attribute name is, you just need to replace this date of birth with your attribute name. Okay, and if it is date of birth, then you can use as it is, that I'm going to use. Okay, so first let's get the list of all employees having birthdays this month. Okay, so what we need to do, that first we need to create a class method inside the employee model. Okay, so go to the employee model, and here into the employee model come to the bottom, and in this model first we will create a class method. Okay, so in the bottom what we need to do, that, and we know that how we can create class method. So to create class method we just need to use self dot and then method name. Okay, so def self dot current month birthdays, current month birthdays. Okay, and in this method we need to implement the query. Okay, and however, here we will use the extract function of postgresql to fetch the month from the date. Okay, why? Because we need to know that all the employees birth who has the birthday this month, so we need to compare based upon the month. Okay, and the current month is April, so we need all the employees for the April month. If the current month is May, then we need all the employees who has the birthday in the May month. Okay, so we need to do that. And how we can do that, how we can implement the query? So we can simply use, like, let's say where. Okay, and here let me remind you that since we are using this class method, so we just need to call where. Okay, it is just like writing scope. You don't need to write like employee.where, you can simply call where here. Okay, and now we need to use the extract function. So extract. Okay, and extract, and then what you need to extract, so we need to extract month from date of birth. Okay, month from date of birth. Okay, here month is the attribute that we want to extract from the attribute, and the attribute name is date of birth. Okay, however, if you wish, you can change this from to capital. Okay, so month from date of birth, and date of birth should be equal to date dot today dot strf time, and then we need to get the month name. Okay, so date dot today dot strf time, and here person m. Okay, and this person name will give you the acronym for the month name. Okay, and now let me show you that what this extract function will do from the postgres. So this postgres extract function retrieves a field such as a year, month, and day from the date time value, and this requires two arguments. First is the field, and it indicates that what value we want to extract, and the other one is the source value. Okay, so in our case, month will be the first argument which we want to extract from the date of birth, which is source or second argument. Okay, so here you can see that this month is the first argument and this date of birth is the second argument, or you can call it as the source, okay, that we are using for the extract function. Okay, by the way, one more thing that I want to remind you, that I'm using the PostgreSQL database adapter. So if you try this query with SQLite database or MySQL, then it will not work. Okay, and you might get into some errors as well. Okay, so if you want to use this query into your Rails application, then first make sure that you are also using the Postgres SQL as your database adapter. Okay, however, you can achieve the same output with SQLite or MySQL database as well, but using PostgreSQL you will get the best to achieve the same thing. Okay, now save the file and go to the terminal and open the Rails console. Okay, so just to save this employee.rb and go to the Rails console. Okay, first go to the terminal and open the Rails console here. Okay, and in Rails console, what we need to do, that we need to call this class method from the on the employee model. Okay, so what we can do, just copy this current month birthdays. So employee dot, and here we can use this current month birthdays. Okay, so here you can see that this query will return all the employees who have birthdays this month. Okay, so and if you wish, you can just simply get the count of all the employees who having birthdays this month. So you can just write count. Okay, so we have total of 75 employees who have birthdays this month. Okay, and if you want to verify that we have more employees but who are not having birthday this month, so we can simply count the total employees in our application. So employee dot count. Okay, so here you can see that we have total 1000 employees in our database, but only 75 employee have birthdays this month. Okay, so this is the query that you can fetch all the employees who has birthday this month. Okay, now let's do the same thing for fetching all the employees having birthdays this week. Okay, so we need to create another class method in the employee model for this thing. So what we can do here, that just do def self dot, and make sure you use the class method. Okay, so self dot current week birthdays, current week birthdays. Okay, and in this current week birthdays, what we need to do, we just need to use the extract function again. So we can simply use extract function, but this time we need to filter birthdays for current week, so we need to extract the week number instead of month. Okay, why? Because current week may belongs to any month. Okay, sorry, current week might belongs to any month and it has some different number. Okay, for example, this is the April month, then it has 4 weeks. Okay, so we need to match the week number. Okay, and in the month of May you will get another 4 weeks or 5 weeks, then you need to match the week number. Okay, and here the week number represents the number of that week into the entire calendar year. Okay, for example, a calendar year has 52 weeks or 53 weeks, then your week number must match, like it's a 8th week of the year or 10th week of the year, 16th week of the year, 20th week of the year, anything. Okay, it could be anything, like whatever, based upon your month, that which month you are trying to access the current week, or from which month you are accessing the current week. Okay, so what we need to do here now, where, and then let's add extract. Okay, and here what you need to do, week from date of birth. So week will be the first argument, so week from date of birth. Okay, and here what you need to do, greater or equal than, and then end. Here now what you need to do, the same thing, extract week from date of birth. So just copy this, and here you need to make it like less than or equal to. Okay, and then what you need to do, date dot today dot beginning of the week. Okay, for example, today you might be in the middle of the week. Okay, but you need beginning of the week and end of the week. Okay, so what we need to do here, we just need to do first, let's wrap the word. Okay, and then we need to provide two dates as beginning of the week and end of the week. Okay, so here what we can do, date dot today, beginning of week. Okay, and then dot strf time, and here what you need to do, percent w, capital W. Okay, and then the other argument will be date dot today dot end of week. Okay, so let's add end of week here, and strf percent w in capital. Okay, and first let's cancel this. Okay, so this is the query that will find the birthdays inside the current week. Okay, here percent w, I mean this capital W represents the week number of the year. Okay, and the week starting from Monday. Okay, however, if you want to get it from week starting from Sunday, you can use in percent u. Okay, for example, like this, you can get, you can use this percent u. Okay, but I'm using percent w. Why? Because I want to get the week number from the year, and that week must start from the Monday. Okay, so I'm using percent w here. Okay, if you want to use week starting from Sunday, then you can use percent u. Okay, so you have both options now. Okay, so now let's save this and go to the Rails console again, and reload the console first, so we can get this newly added class method into to be accessible into the Rails console. Okay, and you need to make sure that whenever you write for example, whenever you are accessing the current session in your Rails console and you are making any changes in the model file, or any database query, like for example seed file and all that, then you need to reload your Rails console. Okay, else your changes will not take effect, or you cannot use those changes into the Rails console. Okay, so reloaded, we reloaded this, and now what we need to do, we just need to call this function like current week birthdays. Okay, so employee dot current week birthday, so you can simply paste it. So, and now if you get it count, then you will see that we have 17 employee who has birthday this week. Okay, for example, you can plug the details as well. For example, let's say plug name, sorry, email, and then date of birth. So here you can see that this week will start from when this week started. For example, from 16th April, and today's 21st April, so, or 22 April. So let's say this week end at the 23 April and started from the 16th April. Okay, so here you can see that all the employees have birthday this week. Okay, here you can see 19th April, 23 April, 18th April, 17th April, and so on. Okay, so we get our second query here as well. Okay, and what we did for this, that let me close this. Yeah, so what we did here, that we first get the employees who has birthday this month, and now we got the employees who has birthday this week. Okay, now similarly we need to do the same thing for fetching the employees who has birthday tomorrow, for example. Okay, so just come to the employee model again, and here we need to create another class method that will fetch the employees who has birthday tomorrow. Okay, so let's create a new class method. So def self dot tomorrow's birthday, tomorrow birthdays. Okay, and here what we need to do, that we just need to use the percent m. Okay, and then percent d. So just do the thing, come inside the method and where, and then again use the extract function from Postgres. So where extract, and then first we need to get the month. Okay, so month from date of birth, and then we will compare it with another date. Okay, that is from the tomorrow's date. Okay, so what we can do here, month from, sorry, remove it, month from date of birth and extract day from date of birth. Okay, and here again equal to, and now we need to put values here. So first will be the date dot today dot strf time month. Okay, person m. Okay, and then now what you need to do, date dot today plus one dot day. Okay, why I'm having this one dot day extra, that we are trying to get birthday for tomorrow. Okay, so uh, one dot day dot strf time, and here what you need to use, percent d. Okay, save this, and this will get the birthdays, or this will fetch the employees who has birthdays tomorrow. Okay, now let's see this again, that what we did here, that what we did, where extract month from date of birth, and then we are extracting day from date of birth. Why? First we are expecting month, that we first need to match the month. Okay, and then we can get the tomorrow's date birthday. Okay, so for example, if you are in the, let's say, 22nd April 2023, and if you want to get tomorrow's birthday, so it would be like who employees having birthday on 23rd April 2023. So first we need the month, and then we need the tomorrow's date. Okay, so we extracted this month from date for tomorrow, and then we are using this date dot today for a month, and then this date dot today plus one dot day to fetch the tomorrow's date. Okay, now let's test this method as well. So what we can do, we can simply use the tomorrow birthdays on the Rails console. So just call it, so go to the Rails console, reload it first, so that our method will take effect. So employee dot tomorrow birthdays. Okay, so now if you call this and if you count it, then you can see that only 3 employees are there who has birthday tomorrow. Okay, and here you can just plug the details as well, like email and birthdays. Okay, so plug email, date of birth. Okay, and now if you do it, you can see that this is the employee email, Sunday 23rd April 1995. This is the employee email, Thursday 23rd April 1992, and this is the employee email who also has the burden, Thursday 23rd April 1992. That means we are successfully fetching all the employees who has birthday on tomorrow's date. Okay, now as the last thing, what we need to do, we need to simply replicate this method for fetching all the employees who has birthday today. Okay, so what we need to do, again switch to the employee model, and here you need to create def, and then self dot today birthdays. Okay, and then end this, and now you just need to use the same thing. Okay, so just do this, copy it. And why we need this, because we just need to remove this extra one dot day from here. Okay, why? Because this query is using the tomorrow's date, and this query will use today's date. Okay, so we just need this, and this will do the trick for us. Okay, now save this and go to the Rails console again, reload it. Okay, and here you can just change this method, like today birthdays, and you can see that there are only 2 employees who has birthday today. Like this is the employee email, and here you can see Monday 22 April 1996 and Tuesday 22 April 1997. Okay, so and now if you want to get the counts, you can simply get it like there are two employees who has birthday today. Okay, so this is what we did in this lecture, and that's it. Now one thing that you can do at your end, that try to replace all the class method that we implemented in this lecture using scopes. For example, here you can see that we wrote we implemented these four class methods. Okay, and we are extracting we are fetching the employee collection here. So now I'm just willing to ask you that you can, if you better if for you, if you can create convert these class methods into rails scopes. Okay, a very easy, and if you succeed, that will be great for you. Okay, so in this lecture we learn something new, like what is extract function of Postgres, how it works, and how to use this into our rails application. And we also saw how to get list of birthdays for today, tomorrow, this week, and this month. Okay, I used this for employee model in my resource, but if you have some other resource name like user, manager, or anything else, you can apply the same thing for your other resources as well. Okay, just make sure to use the correct date type attribute, okay, from your table, and replace this with date of birth. Okay, for example, you can see that my attribute name is date of birth, so I'm using date of birth here. Okay, if your attribute name is birthday or birth date or dob, then you can simply use them according to your attribute name. Okay, and that's it. I hope you like this. Try this lecture at your end, and we will meet into another lecture. Till then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.